So we will be seeing what is exactly geology, because as I can see most from the most of the names, most of you are undergraduate students and only a few are postgraduate students right now, as I can see of. Okay, so we will see what is geology, what are different branches of geology, what do you actually study in geology, what are the different challenges in geology, what is the scope of geology, and how to identify your interest in geology. For examples, as I can see, there are many people and I know a few of them personally. So, is it fine if I speak Hindi and English both? Or anybody having issue with Hindi? Anybody who doesn't understand Hindi quite well?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. So, the problem is हम लोगों को एक या दो ब्रांचेस अच्छे से पता होता है, बिकॉज मे बी हमारे फैकल्टीज कुछ होती है ऑफ कॉलेज की, डिपार्टमेंट की, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ की, वो एक पर्टिकुलर चीज़ पे काम कर रहे होते हैं, हम उनके साथ ज़्यादा इंटरेक्ट करते हैं तो हमें एक ही ब्रांच पता होती है, दो ही ब्रांचेस पता होती है। सो यू आर नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लोर योर सेल्फ, आपको ये समझने में थोड़ा सा मुश्किल पड़ेगा कि आपका इंटरेस्ट क्या है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल देयर a few of you are there who want to work on paleontology because they have only acquainted with the paleontology, they don't even know about the other subjects. Okay, so I will help you or I will guide you through the course to identify what you are, what is your potential. You might be having some hidden potential. Probably you are into hard rock, probably you are into geochemistry, because geology is extremely vast subject. Okay, and उसमें से आपके काम का क्या होगा, ऐसा क्या होगा जो आपको क्लिक करेगा, वो हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है। वो इसलिए करना है बिकॉज जियोलॉजी विल नेवर गिव यू अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम। Okay, because by the time you complete your MSCs, it is better to orient yourself. Okay, it, it is better to have a goal than being disoriented or having multidisciplinary approach towards everything. No, एक आपका एक फोकस होना चाहिए, but again, having one particular focus, you also need to know about other branches of geology as well. Some of you are working on engineering geology, some are working on the mineral exploration part, some are working on hydrogeology, some are working on hydrochemistry, and etc. So today we will see what are the different branches of geology. This won't be similar to your BSc class, BSc first year first class branches of geology, not like that. I will be a bit more into details. Okay, also I'm you're always free to discuss. If you have any doubt, speak up immediately, there is no issue कि बीच में टोकना नहीं है and all. कभी whenever you think, just raise your hand or simply unmute yourself and raise a question. We are always open to the doubts and discussions. Okay, so that the conclusions are not biased. Okay, I might go biased at some places because even I'm having some expertise. Okay, so I might be speaking against soft rock maybe because I'm more of a hard rock person, but it's okay. Okay. Okay, so first of all, I would like to introduce you to the courses that we are running right now. This particular online batch is, we comfortably named it as the advanced course in geology. So, what do we actually mean by advanced? We at Renaissance believe, we strongly believe that the study or the gain of knowledge should not be purposed only for the examinations. मतलब हमें केवल एग्जाम के लिए नहीं पढ़ना है, हमें जियोलॉजी पहले समझनी है, उसके बाद में एग्जाम देना है। एग्जाम के लिए जियोलॉजी पढ़ने से क्या होगा कि आपको जो फील्ड में नॉलेज होना चाहिए, जो एप्लीकेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए साइंसेस की, वो शायद नहीं ही आएगी। ओके, सो in advanced course of geology, I have combined the syllabi of different universities, different grades, maybe BSc, maybe MSc, even post graduate education and all, everything I have tried to include everything. Also, we are planning to include some climatology, meteorology and oceanography as well for those who wish to compete for net set examinations. But probably we might not be able to go to pretty much details of those subjects because we have grown up in geology, not in oceanography, climatology, and allied sciences probably. But yes, we will certainly go and touch those subjects. We will certainly give you a shallow insight at least, if not deep, for possible. Okay, so we have the right from today we have time up to almost 31st December. Okay, so in this almost 10 months, we will be studying geology. We will be studying all the branches of geology. We will go to the pretty details of geology. Okay, we will try to see the theoretical aspects, its numerical aspects. For those who are new, Amit sir is our agent for numericals. We call him that. Okay, he better deals with numericals. I'm more of a theoretical geologist, not exactly theoretical, but yes, to an aspect, yes, because I generally dodge all my numericals to Amit sir. Okay, um, just a second, let me add somebody. Okay, we have already added. So we'll be going for theoretical aspects, numerical aspects, and most importantly the practical aspects, because I strongly believe that studying theory without practical approach is useless. Obviously I cannot take you to the microscopes and teach you petrography, but I will try my best whatever I can using this online mode. Online mode is having its own advantages because I can use the graphics very comfortably. You don't have to do any extra effort than looking at your screen. Okay, so that might be an added advantage. This year, for those who are the uh, ex students of RAG, uh, we have some additions in our teaching scheme that we will be discussing the questions from the earlier examinations, or some new questions after every lecture. If the time permits, we will include the questions right in the class itself, or immediately right after the class we would upload an assignment to our official WhatsApp group. Okay, or we also have the Edmodo platform. Okay, Edmodo is an app you are generally that is generally used for the online learning processes. ओके, सो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, क्लास होगा इमीडिएटली उसके बाद में उस क्लास के ऊपर बेस्ड कुछ क्वेश्चंस, 10-15 मे बी. ओके, दैट कुड बी एमसीक्यू, डिस्क्रिप्टिव, बोथ टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. ओके, ऐसे टाइप भी होगा, एमसीक्यू भी होगा, न्यूमेरिकल्स भी रहेगा. ओके, ये चीज हम लोग आइदर क्लास में ही डिस्कस कर लेंगे, या फिर इमीडिएटली क्लास के बाद में एक असाइनमेंट जैसा हम क्लास में अपलोड कर देंगे, जिस वजह से आपको उस चीज को इमीडिएटली एनालाइज करने का एक चांस मिल जाएगा, ऐसा हमें लगता है. दिस इज न्यू एडिशन दैट वी आर गोइंग टू इनकॉर्पोरेट इन दिस बैच ऑनवर्ड्स. ओके, सो shall we start now? Any doubts? I'll take that as an yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Uh, Okay, again, I would make a formal request, if possible, turn your cameras on, because it gives you a better chance to interact, because I would at least know who are those. Okay, because all I can see are like the known students only. Okay. Okay. Too small. Can somebody define what is geology? It's better if you interact. थोड़ा सा easy पड़ेगा. You can unmute yourself and answer. Okay. and wrong answers are always welcomed. Okay, let's consider I'm the smartest and I will answer the question then. Okay, see, geology, as the word said, geos and logos. The word can be broken into geos and logos. The geology word comes from these two words, geos and logos. Geos means the earth, logos means to study or science. So it is this science that studies the earth. Okay. Now, what do you mean by studying the earth? You basically do not study earth as a sphere. You study earth as a celestial body. You study its materials, मतलब किस चीज से बना है, what it is made up of. You study the different compositions of the earth, their distribution. Okay, distribution of the different compositions of the earth, meaning that कहाँ पर कौन सा concentration distributed है. As you all know, अर्थ के तीन divisions है, crust, mantle and core. उनके compositions कैसे different है, and why is it so, why are those compositions different. Okay, you know, earth is not a homogeneous body. अर्थ एक कॉमन और एक कांस्टेंट कॉम्पोजिशन का एक गोला नहीं है. अर्थ में लेयर्स है अलग अलग, एंड हर लेयर का एक डिस्टिंक्टिव केमिकल कॉम्पोजिशन है. केमिकल कॉम्पोजिशन के अकॉर्डिंगली उसका एक स्पेसिफिक फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज है. राइट, क्रस्ट का डेंसिटी अलग है, मैंटल का डेंसिटी अलग है, कोर का डेंसिटी अलग है. राइट, सो the different compositions or material of the earth, their physical properties, okay, their physical properties with respect to the biotic and abiotic components. Because we have to study paleontology in geology, right? That's why we have to incorporate biotic components and also rocks, which are the abiotic components. Along with that, we also study the exogenetic agents. Okay, the features outside the earth. Okay, आउटसाइड द अर्थ का ये मतलब नहीं कि हम मार्स पे चले जाएंगे या फिर मेटेओराइट्स पे चले जाएंगे. वी मीन रिवर्स, ग्लेशियर्स विच आर नॉट लाइंग इनसाइड द अर्थ. अर्थ के सरफेस के ऊपर में जो चीजें हैं, हमें उनको भी स्टडी करना है. why do we have to study rivers, glaciers, oceans and all? Simply because they shape the earth's surface. Okay, because simply they shape the earth's surface, and वही तो हमारे लिए accessible है. Right, the only accessible part of the earth is the surface, because that is what we can go and physically see. बाकी सारा जो है, that is indirect evidences. Right, the surface is the only thing where you can approach. Okay, and you can actually study it. That's why studying the geological agencies, rise, river, wind, glaciers, groundwater, oceans, coasts, estuaries, it becomes of utmost importance. Okay, now when we are studying the components of earth or the compositions of earth, the first thing that we arrive on is the rock. Right, earth किस चीज से बना है? Earth is made up of rocks, obviously. Either rock is solid or the rock is liquid. Right, either it is in the form of magma and lava, or it is in the form of solid rock. Right, now rocks by definition, they are the mixtures or aggregates of the minerals. Right, rocks are basically the mixtures or aggregates of the minerals. So it becomes important to study the minerals first. Right, it becomes important to study the minerals first. So one of the most basic branches of geology that is dedicated to the study of these minerals is obviously named as mineralogy, and it is one of the most fundamental branch of geology. Okay, because it is the basic building block of almost everything. Okay, ऑलमोस्ट हर किसी जियोलॉजी के साइंस का मिनरोलॉजी एक बेसिक बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक होगा. आप मिनरोलॉजी अगर अच्छे से नहीं समझिएगा तो आगे पेट्रोलॉजी होगा, स्ट्रेटिग्राफी होगा, सब कुछ होगा, वो आपका वीकन अप हो जाएगा. बिकॉज मिनरोलॉजी विल ऑलवेज फॉर्म अ स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसमेंट, स्ट्रॉन्ग फाउंडेशन ऑफ योर knowledge in geology. So minerals, which are the what can I say, inorganic solid substances having fixed chemical composition and crystal structure. ओके, रॉक का कोई फिक्स कॉम्पोजिशन नहीं होता है, राइट? बिकॉज फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी से ग्रेनाइट, इट इज कॉम्पोज्ड ऑफ alkali feldspars and quartz, right? But can you define how much, how many percentage of quartz and how much percentage of alkali feldspar would be there? ऐसा कोई फिक्स नहीं होता है. Quartz could be 5%, so not exactly 5%, 20%, it could be 60%, it could be 80%, right? There is a large range, okay, within which you can call any rock as granite. Okay, so rocks will not have a fixed chemical composition or fixed mineral composition, but minerals, on the contrary, will always have very, very fixed composition. Okay, very fixed composition, very specific composition. Can we discuss why it will only have fixed composition? Why it cannot change? For example, if I have a beryl, or simply let's simply go for बताओ मानसी, एक मिनरल का नाम बताओ.
Olivine.
ओके, ओलिविन. थोड़ा जनरलाइज लिख देते हैं. MgFe2. ओके, MgFe twice SiO4 olivine. Okay, now the composition will always remain fixed. It is impossible that you will have some aluminium in olivine, or it is impossible that you have some H2O in olivine. It is impossible that you have some hydroxyl ions in olivine. It is impossible. Why is it so? Can you please tell me? Can you think about it? Okay, let's ask Shreya. Shreya, in which of the Indian states would you like to go and work?
Sir, I would like Maharashtra itself.
Right? Shreya is from Maharashtra and she wants to work in Maharashtra. It's not like Maharashtra is the greatest state of whole world, but because Shreya is most comfortable in Maharashtra. Okay, it is because Shreya is most comfortable in Maharashtra. If I pick Shreya up and put her in Tamil Nadu, okay, she will work, but she will have to incorporate some changes. Okay, she will have to learn Tamil. Okay, she will have to change, alter her eating habits probably. Okay, but she will never become a Tamilian person because deep within she is a Maharashtrian girl and it is impossible to convert her from Maharashtrian to a Tamil lady. Similarly, mineral is always stable only within some pressure and temperature conditions. If you put them out, they will change or they will destroy themselves. They will convert into something else which is stable at that condition. That's why the compositions are fixed and compositions are sensitive to the pressure and temperature conditions. That's why if you take a mineral, put it in another environment, they will not remain the same. They will change. They will change. Either the crystal structure might change or composition itself will change and olivine might convert into a pyroxene. For example, olivine, it is stable generally at higher temperatures and in silica deficient environment. जहां सिलिका नहीं रहेगा, जहां क्वार्ट्स नहीं रहेगा, ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में ओलिविन स्टेबल होता है. बट इफ आई एम पुटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ क्वार्ट्स इन सच एन एनवायरनमेंट, olivine will not remain olivine. It will immediately convert into an instatite or another pyroxene. Okay, it will convert. Okay, that's why when we study mineralogy, it is of utmost important to study the chemistry. Okay, studying chemistry is very much important, not just to identify its stability, but also to study its physical structure. Uska crystal system kya hai? What is the crystalline elements? What are the symmetry elements in its crystal? That's why we come to the another subdivision of mineralogy that is called as crystallography to characterize the structure of a particular mineral. okay, to characterize the structure of a particular mineral. Then it will have its composition. Okay, now we have more than 1000 minerals in the world. Okay, we have more than 1000 minerals in the world. Now we have to classify them, because if you have 1000 minerals, you cannot study 1000 minerals individually. So what do? We group them together, we classify them. Okay, the schemes could be different. You can classify them on the basis of their crystal structures. ये cubic है, ये hexagonal है, ये orthorhombic है. Okay, or you can classify them on the basis of their compositions. These are oxides, these are silicates, these are borates, these are nitrates, etc. Okay, you can classify them on the basis of their magnetic properties. These are diamagnetic, these are paramagnetic, these are non-magnetic, and etc. We in geology generally consider the composition based classification: oxides, silicates, nitrates, borates, and etc. The most common minerals that are found on Earth's crust are mostly the silicates. Okay, the most common rock forming minerals are silicates. Okay, most minerals are the silicates. Silicates are those minerals that contain silicon and oxygen. ओके, SiO ये ग्रुप आएगा जिसमें, उसको हम कहते हैं सिलिकेट मिनरल्स. सिमिलरली कुछ ऑक्साइड्स रहेंगे, कुछ हैलाइड्स रहेंगे, हमारे पास कुछ कार्बोनेट्स रहेंगे जैसे कैल्साइट, एरागोनाइट है. ओके, सल्फेट्स रहेंगे, सल्फाइड्स रहेंगे जैसे पायराइट, चैल्कोपायराइट, बोर्नाइट, एटसेट्रा. ओके, so sulfides and oxides are mostly the over forming minerals. Okay, sulfides and oxides are mostly the over forming minerals, because oxide कौन बनाएगा, कुछ जनरली मेटल्स बनाएंगे, generally metals बनाएंगे. So if you have high concentration of oxides, you get the over deposit. ठीक है, इकोनॉमिकल डिपॉजिट मिल जाएगा. सिलिकेट्स आर जनरली नॉन इकोनॉमिकल मिनरल्स, उससे ज्यादा हमें फायदा नहीं होता है, बस कंस्ट्रक्शन मटेरियल एग्रीगेट्स के तौर पे हम उसको यूज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, सो दिस क्लासिफिकेशन इज स्टडीड एज डिस्क्रिप्टिव मिनरोलॉजी. ठीक है, दिस क्लासिफिकेशन इज कॉल्ड एज डिस्क्रिप्टिव मिनरोलॉजी, वेयर वी स्टडी द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द मिनरल्स. Okay, their occurrences, their distribution, okay, and obviously their economical importances. Now, to characterize a particular mineral, for example, if I have a particular mineral, let's say I have this mineral. Okay, let's say this is a mineral. I might have another mineral that looks very similar to this, but it could be another one. For example, quartz and calcite. Okay, if the grain is very small, you might not be able to distinguish between the two. Okay, so what I will do to confirm whether it is quartz or calcite, I will make a thin section. What is thin section? To get the thinnest slice of the mineral. Okay, physically उसको हमको slice करना है, घिस घिस के. ठीक है, उसको छोटा सा करके हम उसको माइक्रोस्कोप में देखेंगे. We will see how light interacts with the mineral. Okay, how light interacts with the mineral, and the properties will be studied. That is called as the optical mineralogy, and it is one of the most diagnostic type of study. उससे हम मिनरल का नाम कंफर्म कर सकते हैं. We can say that yes, it is this mineral, because the properties might not be hampered at all. External appearance might change. Okay, external appearance might change. For example, Shreya goes to Tamil Nadu, her dressing might change, her eating habits might change as a Tamilian, but दिल से महाराष्ट्रियन रहेगी, right? So if you want to confirm where Shreya is from, okay, नींद से उठते ही उसके मुंह से जो लैंग्वेज निकलेगी, that is her mother tongue. Probably she might not be able to speak up Tamil immediately because she will need to gear up for Tamil, but Marathi will always be on her lips. She will be always ready to speak Marathi, right? Because that's her diagnostic property. ठीक है, सो मिनरल्स के लिए भी हमें 3 ब्रांचेस स्टडी करना पड़ेगा: क्रिस्टलोग्राफी, डिस्क्रिप्टिव मिनरोलॉजी एंड ऑप्टिकल मिनरोलॉजी. नाउ I can take the different compositions, concentrations of these minerals and create a rock. Okay, I can create a rock. So this study of rock is called as petrology. Study of rocks is called as petrology. Now this petrology is also again of 3 types. सबको पता है: igneous petrology, metamorphic petrology, and sedimentary petrology, right? Now can you tell me how do we divide these 3 petrologies: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary? What is the basic basis?
The basis is the formation of those rocks.
Exactly, the genesis. Okay, the way they form. Okay, we classify the rocks on the basis of igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary on the basis of how did they originate. ये कैसे बना. If a rock is forming directly from the lava or magma, we call them as igneous rocks, right? If the rock is forming because of the changed pressure and temperature due to burial, उसको अर्थ के अंदर में बहुत गहराई में दबा देंगे तो उसका जब प्रेशर एंड टेम्परेचर चेंज होगा, एक मिनरल दूसरे में कन्वर्ट होगा, तब जो रॉक बनेगा उसको हम कहते हैं मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक. मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक, मेटामॉर्फ मतलब चेंज इन फॉर्म. ओके, मेटा मीन्स चेंज, फॉर्म, मॉर्फ मीन्स फॉर्म, सो चेंज इन फॉर्म. Okay, change in form, that is called as metamorphic rock. Similarly, if the rock is exposed on the earth's surface, rivers are breaking it down, rivers, wind, glacier, whatsoever, it is breaking it down into smaller pieces. Those pieces are traveling with water, wind or whatsoever agency and dumped at another place. After dumping, those loose broken fragments are compacted and converted into a hard rock, not hard rock maybe, but another rock that is called as a sedimentary rock. It is generally layered in nature. Okay, so accordingly, the study of igneous rocks is called as igneous petrology, and similar for others. Now, igneous rocks, they are directly forming from the lava or magma. Okay, either the rocks can form on the surface when lava starts flowing on the surface of the earth, or the lava might be trapped inside the earth and a plutonic rock may form. Plutonic igneous rock may be formed. Now, these two rocks will have different characters. Okay, these two rocks will have distinctively or contrastingly different characters, and on the basis of that, we can study them. The chemical features or the chemical signatures of these rocks are very much important. उनका कॉम्पोजिशन क्या है, उसमें कौन से एलिमेंट्स है, कौन से मिनरल्स है, ये हमें उसके ओरिजिन के बारे में बताएगा. ओके, वो हमें ये तक बताएगा कि इसका फॉर्मेशन कौन सा डेप्थ में हुआ है. ठीक है, किस डेप्थ में इनका फॉर्मेशन हुआ है ये भी हमें पता चलेगा. दैट्स व्हाई स्टडीइंग इग्नियस पेट्रोलॉजी इज आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. Similarly, sedimentary rocks, they generally have conspicuous feature called as fossils, right? Everybody knows about fossils. Those are the remains or the impressions of the past life that roamed on earth. Okay, ये rock के layers के बीच में दबा रहेगा, right? So study of sedimentary rocks is called as sedimentology and sedimentary petrology. The two are different branches. Okay, to study them we have to use the different approaches. Okay, certainly we will be going in pretty details of sedimentary because it is very important. And एक ही बेचारा है जो सॉफ्ट रॉक में काम करता है, बाकी तो हर चीज हार्ड रॉक में ही आ जाती है. Okay, similarly, as we said that one mineral will go to another setting of pressure and temperature and will convert into another, वो हो गया metamorphic petrology. Now, what was the pressure and temperature at which your mineral changed into another mineral? Okay, what was the pressure and temperature at which your mineral changed? You have to identify that temperature and pressure. Also, a lot of chemically active fluids are always involved as you go deep inside the earth. Okay, as you go deep inside the earth, the chemically active fluids will be there. Now, these fluids could be potentially rich in mineralization. इनमें आयरन, मैग्नीशियम, गोल्ड, कॉपर, लेड, जिंक, ये सारा चीज हो सकता है. सो ये चीजें इजीली मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक्स में इनकॉर्पोरेट हो जाएगी. सो आपको उस फ्लूइड्स के बारे में जानना पड़ेगा अच्छे से डिटेल्स में. ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई मेटामॉर्फिक पेट्रोलॉजी आल्सो बिकम्स वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. ऑल्सो फॉर मेटामॉर्फिज्म यू नीड हाई प्रेशर. Now, where do you get pressure? Whenever earth is having some compression, some extension, तब आपको pressure मिलेगा, right? That's why metamorphic rocks will preserve the deformation. So, एक एरिया में कितना डिफॉर्मेशन हुआ है वो स्टडी करने के लिए भी आपको मेटामॉर्फिक पेट्रोलॉजी बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा. नाउ व्हेन यू स्टडी पेट्रोलॉजी, मिनरोलॉजी को आप छोड़ नहीं सकते बिकॉज मिनरोलॉजी विल ऑलवेज रिमेन द बेसिक बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स ऑफ ऑल थ्री पेट्रोलॉजीज. Okay, Now, whenever you study geology, do not forget that every single subject is linked to another subject. No subject is individual. Okay, ये बहुत मेजर बहुत कॉमन सा मिस्टेक होता है दैट वाइल स्टडिंग पेट्रोलॉजी वी डू नॉट इनकॉर्पोरेट आवर senses of mineralogy, and that creates a problem. Okay, so you have to avoid that. Okay, you have to avoid that. Just a second, please. Okay, now moving. Now moving ahead, there is one conspicuous branch of geology that is known as structural geology. Hmm. As a geologist, what do you do? Okay, there are different branches of geology, and geologists can do any work in any of its branches. But most of the times, we end up studying structural geology. Okay, most geologists happen to work in structural geology because most of the area is composed of some or another metamorphic rocks. Okay, sedimentary rocks are generally confined to smaller areas. Okay, smaller basins जिसको हम कहते हैं. Igneous rocks are not always common. Okay, they are, most of the times they occur as intrusives. Okay, most of the times they occur as intrusives. Okay, sometimes they occur as lava flows, but lava flows are not common. Okay, they are not common, they are not everywhere. Okay, they are only present in few specified areas of the earth. Okay, but metamorphic rocks, they are generally much more common. Okay, as a whole they are much more common. So studying metamorphic rocks need study of deformation, because that is what gives you the indication of pressure. So for studying the deformation, you have one whole branch called as structural geology. Okay, now when we say there a rock is compressed, it generally forms a fold. The rocks will be bent. ओके, रॉक मुड़ जाएगा या फिर टूट जाएगा, एक रॉक इधर चला जाएगा, दूसरा पार्ट नीचे चला जाएगा. So that part is called as structural geology. You have to study the deformational history of the rock. When did the deformation start? How did the deformation proceed? प्रेशर कहाँ से आया, कितना आया, उससे क्या बना, ये आपको स्टडी करना पड़ेगा. Okay, now the structural geology is of most importance in geology because when you do mapping, okay, when you do mapping, generally map is controlled by the structural features. map पे आप जो भी contacts लगाते हैं, map पे आप जो भी boundaries बनाते हैं, वो most of the time structure से ही defined होता है, except for igneous and sedimentary rocks. Even in sedimentary rocks also na, there are a lot of faults. Okay, so you can never ignore structural geology, which is one of the most important branches. Also, it is little bit tough to understand because you have to incorporate a lot of physics while you study structural geology than chemistry. While you are studying mineralogy or petrologies, chemistry is very much important. Okay, but while you are studying structural geology, physics is most important. You have to study about the stress and strain and directions, and obviously mapping. That is a whole new practical approach, whole completely difficult approach. Okay, so some of you are working in the fields of geology and they know for mapping you do not need any one branch, but you need all branches of geology. Each and every single branch of geology is required when you start mapping, because you don't know what will you encounter in your field. Okay, you might be studying in metamorphic area, but suddenly a sedimentary rock may appear. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि एक एरिया में मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक है तो उसमें मेटामॉर्फिक ही रहेगा. It is highly possible that a sedimentary rock may show up, or suddenly an igneous rock, mostly granites, may appear. Okay, a granite might show up out of nowhere. Okay, so you cannot study any branch individually. All branches are to be clubbed together, and that is the aim that I named this course as advanced course in geology, because I want to focus on how to relate one branch with the another one. Because in last few years I have identified that the major issue is correlation. A student is not able to correlate mineralogy with metamorphic petrology efficiently, and that is most important actually. Okay, किसी भी ब्रांच का थियोरेटिकल एस्पेक्ट खींचने से ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है जो आपको आता है उसको इफेक्टिवली पुट अप करना. Okay, so after structural geology, the main aim or objective of geology, can we have a moment please? Okay, I'll just, okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, so moving on, we come to the basic aim that we study geology. Can you tell me what is the aim of studying geology in 2021? Okay, आज के दिन में जियोलॉजी स्टडी करने के पीछे क्या मकसद हो सकती है? I'm bad at Hindi. बोलो. Don't compel me to take names. अच्छा, Pratik, please tell me what is the aim of studying geology today?
Sir, it gives us a better understanding about current scenario of Earth.
2021 बताओ. 2021 is different. Development, no. पैसा.
Economics.
How can we get the most benefit from the earth? Okay, in initial times when geology came up, okay, जब geology धीरे धीरे वर्ल्ड में पढ़ना चालू हुआ, the aim was to study the earth, to study its dynamic processes. But by today we have already studied almost all the aspects of earth. Okay, हमने सब कुछ पढ़ लिया, अब कुछ बचा नहीं है. अब ये बचा है, whatever we have studied till now, we have to use it. Okay, now we have to use it and study what we can get most out of it. So what we can get petroleum, we can get coal, we can get iron, magnesium, copper, whatever you can think of it, you can get it from earth, right? You can get everything from earth. So you can get from earth, इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप कहीं पे भी खोद दो तो मिल जाएगा, right? You can get copper from earth, but it doesn't mean you start digging in your backyard and expect copper. No, these metals or elements are concentrated, okay, in particular sites only. Okay, first of all, they are concentrated in particular minerals firstly. Okay, the minerals where metals are concentrated are called as ore metals or ore minerals, sorry. Okay, ore minerals जिसमें से metal extract किया जा सकता है. Okay, now olivine will also have iron. Okay, olivine also has iron, but olivine is not ore mineral. Whereas hematite also has iron, but hematite is an ore mineral because iron can be taken out from hematite easily, but from olivine you cannot take the iron out easily. Or if you take out iron from olivine, you will only get a very, very little of iron. That is not economical, right? That is not profitable. That's why olivine is a rock forming mineral, but hematite is an ore forming mineral. Got it? Now, this branch of geology that deals with the economic aspects of the earth materials is called as economic geology. Okay, economic geology. So in economic geology, we study how do minerals or how do metals concentrate in a particular area. Okay, so what are the different methods through which I can accumulate copper at one particular place? Probably magmatic processes, hydrothermal processes, metamorphic processes, even sedimentary processes, and many other processes are there through which a metal can be concentrated in very smaller area, so that taking it out and taking the metal out of it will be profitable to me. Okay, so that is one theoretical aspect. Then there is extremely practical approach that is called as exploration geology. Okay, exploration geology. There was an old book called as Ain-e-Akbari. Okay, I don't remember who wrote it. Some cool guy in Akbar's Darbar might have written it. Okay, so he mentioned that there are shining stones near Singhana of Rajasthan. Yes, as Pranav sir told, Abul Fazl. Okay, he wrote that book, Ain-e-Akbari. It probably was about Akbar, something. Okay, so he mentioned that there are shining stones. Okay, there are shining stones made up of gold near Singhana. Singhana happens to be in Rajasthan. Okay, so people read Aine Akbari. Okay, people read Aine Akbari and they said, "अच्छा सिंघाना में चमकने वाले सोने के पत्थर है." So they arrived Singhana and identified that yes, there was gold. Okay, but those people were fools. Okay, it was basically
Pyrite.
pyrite. Right? It was pyrite. Okay, it was pyrite basically. So and then they identified that there is not only pyrite, there is also a lot of chalcopyrite. So they identified, अच्छा ये gold नहीं है, इसमें copper है. And they studied metallurgy and they started taking out the copper. And eventually you got something called as Khetri copper mine. Okay, so there are different ways to identify ore deposits. One is go to the literature. Okay, आईने अकबरी पढ़ो या फिर वेद उपनिषद पुराण, उसमें भी लिखा है. सुवर्णरेखा नदी रिवर के बारे में लिखा था. स्वर्णरेखा नदी के अंदर नदी में सोना मिलता है. Okay, that's why the river was named as Swarnarekha. Okay, there was placer gold deposit in Swarnarekha river. Where is Suvarnarekha river? Do you know?
Maybe in West Bengal.
कोথায়?
West Bengal.
Kind
Jharkhand.
of. It starts from Jharkhand. Okay, it starts from Ranchi. Okay, very close to Ranchi. Okay, and eventually it flows through West Bengal. ठीक है, पुरुलिया वगैरह उधर में घुस के चला जाता है. ओके, सो वहां पर आप रिवर का नाम दिए है सुवर्ण रेखा. ओके, लोकली वी कॉल इट एज सुवर्ण रेखा. ठीक है, सुवर्ण रेखा. सो इट इज अ रिवर दैट इज हैविंग अ लॉट ऑफ गोल्ड. अब शायद नहीं मिलता होगा क्योंकि सब निकाल लिया हमने. सो दिस इज वन अप्रोच. गो टू द लिटरेचर, आइडेंटिफाई द प्लेस, टेक द मेटल आउट. बट हर डिपॉजिट के बारे में नहीं लिखा हुआ है. सो हाउ डू यू सर्च फॉर देम? You do detailed mapping, you identify the rocks by physically going there, or there are some concealed deposits or deposits that are buried inside the earth. So you have to use chemical proxies and physical proxies. Okay, so geochemical proxies and geophysical proxies. So study of those geological, geochemical, geophysical aspects in order to search for the economical deposit is called as exploration geology. ठीक है, उसको हम कहते हैं exploration geology. ठीक है जी. Now while you are studying economic geology, you have taken out the metal. Okay, you know how much is the metal, you know what is the value of metal. Now why don't you also study economics? Right, taking out the metal is okay, cool, but now you should also be able to sell it. Right, so along with those two subjects you have to study the mineral economics. Okay, the comfortably ignored subject of geology, mineral economics. Okay, people study it only for UPSC purposes. Okay, and generally fail to write the proper answers because of the shallow knowledge about mineral economics. Okay, moving on, the geology. Okay, geology is of utmost importance when it comes to the engineering projects. Okay, whenever we are building a huge apartment complex or a bridge or a tunnel or a dam or whatsoever, identifying the local rocks is very much important. Because in your area, if you do not have the hard rock or the basement rock close to the surface, your foundation will not be stable because आप रेत के ऊपर में घर नहीं बना सकते, right? रेत के ऊपर में घर नहीं बना सकते. You cannot build your home on sand. You have to take the sand out, then identify the hard rock, create the foundation, and then raise the building, right? Then raise the infrastructure. So to identify the rock, its strength, its competence, its structure is very much important. Okay. Students, please focus here. I can see the WhatsApp group is too active. Okay. So studying that part is called as engineering geology, because whenever we are constructing foundation of a particular large tunnel or a bridge or a dam, you must know whether you are constructing on a fold or on a faulted area or on tectonically active area. That is of importance. If you are constructing a large dam on tectonically active area, एक area जहाँ पर earthquakes बहुत आते हैं, for example Himalaya. If you are constructing something in Himalaya, it's never advisable. You have to understand the geology first and then take the necessary precautions, and then you have to construct. छोड़ तो नहीं सकते, construct तो करना ही है, right? You have to construct, but you have to take some measures. You have to make some advances in the design so that geologically it will be stable. So that branch will be your engineering geology. Similarly, most of you have bore wells or dug wells in your houses. So where does this water come from? It obviously comes from the rocks which are stored the water. Okay. To study the movement, distribution, concentration, compositions, and dynamics of the groundwater is called as hydrogeology. Okay, hydrogeology, and it is very important branch of geology. You can get jobs through this subject. Okay. Now again, hydrogeology doesn't only mean water. A lot of geophysics is involved. Okay, a lot of geology is involved. Stratigraphy is involved. Okay, lot of petrology is involved. You must know what type of rock it is. Just पानी के साथ नहीं खेलना है. Okay. Generally, we do not give a lot of importance to hydrogeology. I don't know why. It deserves a lot of attention because it's an emerging need. Because बहुत लोगों के घर में ऐसा होता होगा कि समर्स में पानी खत्म हो जाता है कुएं का, राइट? बोरवेल सूख जाती है. So you must understand as a geologist what are the reasons and how you can avoid drying up your wells. Very simple measures are there. You can do it literally personally. अपने अपने घर के लेवल पे भी आप कर सकते हैं. बहुत simple processes है. Okay. Now these are the different branches of geology, and after that we come to a branch of geology that kills us very silently. Okay, that branch is known as stratigraphy. Okay, happens to be my favorite, but generally I see many people complain that stratigraphy is a nightmare. I don't know why. Okay, for example, you might have watched the movie Manji the Mountain Man, right? It was about Dashrath Manji who scoured through a mountain to create a road that approaches to his village through the major town. Okay, so in any movie or any biopic, what do you see? Okay, दशरथ माझी के बारे में मूवी में ये नहीं दिखाया था कि वो गया पत्थर तोड़ने लगा. They first gave you the background, right? उन्होंने बताया कि उसको जरूरत क्यों पड़ी पहाड़ तोड़ने की, right? His wife was there, she was pregnant, and he could not take her to hospital within time because there was no operable road. Okay, and because of which she lost her life, and he was infuriated with the condition. So he approached the officials. Officials did not respond well. So he took his hammer and started cutting through the mountain and created a small road, right? That was the story. Similarly, when you go to some area, you do not only describe me that there is a fold in this area, rocks are this, and there are these minerals. No, that's not enough. You have to give the history of the rock. history of the area. Where was this area 500 million years ago? Then where did it come 300 million years ago? Where at 100 million years, and where, how it is coming to the current state. That study of identifying geological history of an area is called as stratigraphy. And each detail, each time span is recorded in the individual layers of the rocks. समझ पा रहे हैं? उस एरिया में मेटामॉर्फिज्म हुआ. फॉर एग्जांपल उस एरिया में 300 मिलियन ईयर्स पहले मेटामॉर्फिज्म हुआ, सो दैट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड इन वन ऑफ द लेयर्स. उसके बाद में उस एरिया में सैंडस्टोन डिपॉजिट हुआ, दैट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड इन अनदर लेयर. उसके बाद में एक शेल लेयर डिपॉजिट हुआ जिसमें बहुत सारे फिश के फॉसिल्स थे, दैट विल फॉर्म अनदर लेयर. So what do? I go to individual layer by layer. I study each of the layers, and then I give you a theory. I give you a story. I propose a story. Okay, that story is called as stratigraphy. समझे? बुझते बच्चों? एक एक लेयर जो रहेगा उसको आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि ये क्या है, क्या बता रहा है. You have to study petrology, you have to study its geochemical properties, structural features, and then we give forward or put forward the whole theory of evolution of that area. That is stratigraphy. The general misconception about stratigraphy is that we have to go to an area, or we have to go to a book, identify Saucer group, and then memorize the whole succession. सीता सावंगी कड़बी खेड़ा उठे कट्टा लोहांगी मनसर चोरबावली जोनेवानी बिचवा सीता पर सीता गोटा मांगी खुटा, खत्म बात. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Okay, stratigraphy is not about memorizing the names of different places. It is about identifying the geological history. Okay, and each of the layer that gives you significant amount of information will be either called as formation, bed, group, supergroup, whatsoever. Okay, and that geologically significant layers are overlain one above another according to their ages. सबसे नीचे will be oldest, सबसे ऊपर will be the youngest, and we memorize those names so that we can give the theory. Okay, for example, if I want to say granite, okay, granite is there in Jharkhand, granite is there in Bihar, granite is there in Bengal, granites are there in Odisha, granites are there in Rajasthan, Gujarat, very few or no granites in Maharashtra, in Madhya Pradesh, right? There are different granites. So I cannot say a granite came, then sandstone came. I have to give that granite a name, right? So that I can say, I can explain which area I'm talking about. That's why we give it names. Dongargarh granite, Untala granite, Jingla granite, Bedaj granite, Joytondi granite, right? We similarly give name to the gneissic complexes or gneisses, Chota Nagpur gneissic complex, Peninsular gneissic complex, Banded gneissic complex, Bundelkhand gneissic complex, etc. Okay, so we give names to the rock formations, to the rock layers, or even to some single rock, because we want to specify it is different from the another similar rock in some another area of the world. That's why we give them the names, and then we memorize those names. बट ऐसा नहीं है कि बस नाम याद कर दिए तो स्ट्रेटिग्राफी खत्म, ऐसा नहीं होगा. ठीक है, ये जनरली बीएससी में चल जाता है, बट एज यू मूव फर्दर नहीं होगा. एंड after you become a geologist, stratigraphy becomes important. Trust me, it becomes extremely important. Meter by meter, stratigraphy of the area changes. So it is better you study stratigraphy very well in your earlier days so that it will be of benefit in the upcoming future. Okay, and because I'm pretty sure almost all of you will become good geologists very soon. Okay, I wish in hard rocks though. Okay, now while studying stratigraphy, when we are studying sandstones or shales or any sedimentary rocks, we encounter these conspicuous features called fossils. Okay, fossils are not Fossils are not of genetic importance to the rock, okay, but they are of climatological importance. Okay, fossils are confined to the sedimentary rocks. You do not have fossils in metamorphic or igneous rocks. Okay, some metamorphic rocks might preserve the impressions of fossils. Okay, very crude impressions of fossils. It is possible. Okay, algal mats and all are common in metamorphic rocks, but not very much. Could be very few are there. Okay, only uh, um, extremely badly preserved fossil kind of thing will be there in metamorphic rock, but never in igneous rocks. Okay, if the rock metamorphic rock is forming of of a sedimentary rock, then it is possible that the fossil impression might be preserved to some extent. Okay, so we generally say metamorphic rocks are devoid of fossils. Okay, similarly the igneous rocks, they are devoid of fossils. Okay, but practically कुछ रह सकता है, ठीक है, but sedimentary rocks, they are most of the times fossiliferous. Hence it becomes important to study the fossils because they come through the rocks. Okay, so that study of rocks, fossils, is called as paleontology. Now in this era, while most of the people are interested in biological aspects of the fossils, we geologists are not interested in their biological features, but we are interested in their geological significances, because any animal is confined to particular environment. Even fish are even if you're talking about fish in an ocean, it lives only in limited area, either in deep water or in shallow water, either in photic zone or in non-photic zone, right, either on the beaches or on the abyssal plains, okay, or in high salinity area or in low salinity area only, or in temperate region or in the cold regions only. Okay, so if you can identify these biological elements of the rock, you can also identify under which environment the rock was formed. Okay, obviously the sediment rock, whether the rock formed in shallow environment, shallow water conditions, or it did form in the deep water environment, ये हम बता सकते हैं. That's why we study the fossils. We can give the climatological conditions, we can talk about the climates. Okay, we can interpret the past climates. That is the important thing. Okay, बट हमारे यहाँ पे आजकल लोग ज्यादा उसका बायोलॉजी पे ही पड़े हुए हैं, डायनासोर क्या खाता था, उसके लिए जूलॉजिस्ट है. ओके, फिर क्या खाता था पता करने के लिए पीपल कैन गो टू लार्जर एक्सटेंट्स. Better to ignore those. So these were some basic branches of geology. Okay, do you have any questions? Do you want to interact? No, है ना?
We are going good, sir. Please continue.
Okay.
Are we going to change the class time or we confined to this time only?
Sir, you have muted yourself.
Yeah, I was saying, Mayank, can you please repeat yourself? I couldn't listen it.
I was saying the time is fixed about class or are we going to change it? 6:30 a.m.
I guess Pranav sir, would you like to say something about this?
I did not hear Mayank properly. What did he say?
Sir, he is asking about the class timing.
Class timing. Class timing will be 6:30, 6:30, and we'll have the timing for the class like 2 hours per day. Okay, so you can expect the class from 6:30
So what
to
about
8:30.
evening session?
For these demo sessions, we do not have the evening sessions. Once the batch is start, okay. Once the batch starts, at that time we'll decide if there is a need of evening sessions or not. If we find some need of evening sessions, then it will certainly be held.
Exactly, it depends on how many students are interested.
Yeah.
Probably we cannot have batches for 2 or 3 students now. If we have some sizable number, we can immediately start.
But we have actually 10.5 month duration. Okay, हमारे पास इस बार टाइम वैसे भी ज़्यादा है.
we actually have a long duration right in this batch. So right from March to January, okay, or December for that matter, we have a considerable amount of time, so that the syllabus or the curriculum will be covered in these morning sessions themselves. Okay. Personally, I don't find that we will need evening sessions. If we find the need that we must have the evening sessions, we will arrange them. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but we can have extra classes on holidays or Saturday, Sundays.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will be having these demo sessions. This was the first demo session, or the very first class. That was the introductory class. Okay, the actual topics will be starting from tomorrow. Okay, the demo topics, and these demo topics and these demo classes will run till 25th. Okay, 25th of March. There will be one holiday in between, that is on Sunday. Okay, Sunday will have off. From tomorrow, we will be starting the topics. We will be starting some of the topics which are related to, which are from the curriculum itself. Okay, so join us live at 6:30 a.m. Okay, the class will start sharp at 6:30, and some 1.5 hour or 2 hours class duration will be. Okay, so till 25. Okay, till 25, these topics will be covered. Okay, and don't worry about it. We will cover them in the curriculum itself as well. Okay, so it is not like we have covered them in demo, so we will leave in the curriculum. Okay, it won't be done. Okay,
Also,
they will be covered in the curriculum as well.
Also, while talking about the topics, it's totally fine if you suggest me the topics. What do you want to study for the demo? If you have some topic that you were anyway interested in studying, facing some difficulties, we can do that. आसान हो जाएगा
Yeah,
थोड़ा.
that is fine.
Stratigraphy.
That is fine.
Yeah, you only suggest me.
Stratigraphy.
You can suggest us in the group. Okay, you can suggest us here, right here, or you can suggest us in the group as well. Okay, we have a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, आप लोग हमको बताइए, वही चीज पढ़ा देंगे सीधे सीधे. The planet Earth.
Sir, can we do some part of stratigraphy?
Stratigraphy.
Yes,
Gaurav,
structural
structural geology, engineering geology बोलने से मतलब पूरा subject हो गया ना वो. Give me some topic. This part of structural geology, so that
topic बताओ उसमें.
I can focus.
Sir, Dharwad.
Tunnel geology.
Geology. Okay, you want to
A brief introduction about Dharwad, or all the cratons. Like we can have a collective lecture on all the cratons.
Cratons.
Archaean stratigraphy.
Yeah, sir, art and stratigraphy.
Covering all the cratons in one lecture will be quite difficult, I guess.
No, then
Just
we will take it in
brief
the whole
extract
demo
about it.
session. Sir, in demo sessions, then we will take only about the whole cratons and its stratigraphy. Right, we will cover all the 5 cratons and stratigraphy of all of them. फिर से खींच देंगे. Tunnel geology. Okay, Gaurav, I will have one lecture on tunnel geology.
Tunnel geology in italic.
Italic.
Sir, he added in italic.
Why do you want to study tunnel geology so hard? I don't know. Geological time scale. That is also a good topic. So see, we have some options here. So student look up, decide among yourselves. Okay. Also, virtual backgrounds is good.
Nice background, sir.
Thank you, sir. बताइए कोई टॉपिक डिसाइड करके, वरना if most of students are saying about stratigraphy, I'm more than happy to go for stratigraphy.
Sir, why this background? What is so special about that map, sir?
There is nothing special about this map. It's just that I found it most easily, so I put it. Tomorrow I will be having some HD sized, full sized map, some map or something like geology, and I will put it. आज मुझे यही मिला तो इसलिए आज हम ये रख दिए.